Hey, what's up guys, JQ with Tech Creation. Alright, so it's been a little over 3 months since owning the Pixel XL, and I've done quite a bit of coverage on this phone, and as you guys know, it's currently still my daily driver. And I've got to say, my overall feelings on this phone still remain the same. I still love the picture quality, the performance, and multitasking is still some of the best out there. The battery life has been very consistent, lasting me all day, and on longer days, rapid charging always came through when I needed it. Speaking long term, I found that the Pixel's free unlimited photo backup via Google Photos to be extremely useful. It's one of those day one features that didn't fade away. Original photo backup was so generous on Google's part, and I explained how this worked in my Pixel review in case you want to go check that out. And just being able to free up space with just a simple tap of a button removes that chore aspect of backing up your photos. This makes the Pixel's user experience a lot more favorable compared to other smartphones in my opinion. Now, something that didn't hold up over time was the phone itself. I usually enjoyed the naked phone experience, and I have a bad habit of not protecting my phones, and I've dropped this phone plenty of times without a case, everything from marble flooring to stone flooring, and it took quite a bit of damage. And I'm actually surprised how the glass panel hasn't cracked yet. It seems that Gorilla Glass 4 really put in some work here. So as of late, to prevent any further damage, I've been rocking this olive Incipio case from their Esquire series. It's a pretty sexy looking case. It has this extra soft, clothy finish to it, and it exposes that white glass panel, which I think makes for a nice accent. Plus it blends in with my tech bag almost camouflage, and not only does it look good, feel good, but it adds a lot of protection with that protective TPU build, along with that raised lip around the display for additional screen protection. Another thing worth noting is that despite its lack of IP68 rating, I've been caught in the rain with this phone quite a few times over the past couple months since owning it, and it's held up pretty well. Now, I wouldn't go as far as to say go swimming with it or showering with it. Don't get carried away now, but you shouldn't have to worry too much about a little bit of water splashing on it. So something that's a bit petty and I didn't think would annoy me long term was one-handed camera use. So because of the Pixel's lack of optical image stabilization, along with its fast autofocus that keeps refocusing, the momentum of pressing and releasing the shutter button in scenarios where only one of my hands were available often resulted in movement causing blurry shots, which then required a steady two-handed operation on my part to get sharper photos. So the camera is not exactly built for spontaneity, and if it had built-in OIS like the GS7, this wouldn't be an issue. Alright, so moving on, remember that cool swipe down gesture on the fingerprint scanner to pull down your notifications? Well, yeah, I definitely don't use that anymore. In fact, at times, I even forget that that feature is even a thing. It's one of those day one features that do fade away in my opinion, and other than demonstrating it on video, I find myself just not using it as much, so I just keep it toggled off in the settings. Now, believe it or not, another thing I have to admit is I grew very tired of stock Android, but in the same token, this is why I love owning an Android phone because you can just switch up the feel anytime you want. So I moved over to Nova Launcher 5 ever since it debuted its support for app shortcuts that's featured in 7.1 Nougat, as well as for that Pixel styled app drawer. So I didn't do too much customizations, I just made the app drawer a little transparent because I always love transparency in any UI. I'm just very fond of that glassy type look. I also changed up the Google search widget a little bit and just made it a little bit darker so it's a little more subtle in my background. And to spice it up a little bit, just like any other launcher, since Nova supports icon packs, I bought this icon pack called Smoke and Glass that costs around $2, but in my opinion it's worth every penny. So this icon collection pretty much takes your apps and stylizes them into this cool smoke-filled glass orb with very sharp icons and vibrant colors, and there's custom icons for basically any app you can think of, and if you match it up with a cool spacey background, you can create a pretty futuristic looking home screen. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I've been so content with using the Pixel XL to the point where I really don't have much else to say about this phone. It kind of shut me up a little bit, you know? I'm pretty satisfied using this phone, and would I recommend it as a flagship phone to get in 2017? Absolutely. I can't wait to see what the Pixel 2 has in store, and if you guys own a Pixel phone of your very own, go ahead and drop those comments down below and let me know how has your experience been over the past couple months owning a Google Pixel. As always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and show some love to that like button, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on some awesome tech videos. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.